Donnie and Dhali. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
And we're joined now for some analysis by Cheech. John Garrett, thanks so much for doing this, sir. How are you?
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's great to be back in the Vancouver market here. I did some Montreal and Winnipeg games this year, but it's nice to be watching the Canucks. And great that they could come back in the third period. It was a game I thought they should have won. They had the territorial edge, but Nashville's got great experience and Ryan O'Reilly. And the Canucks got a couple of bounces that they needed. The Lindholm goal, I thought, went off Yossi's stick. And Saros looked bad on it, but it hit the defenseman's stick. And then the bang-bang play. Lindholm, as you were talking about, Donnie, earlier, was that's the best game I've seen him play.
Dakota Joshua, John, I'm sure you remember, he was a problem early in the year. Apparently came to camp out of shape, and Rick Tocchet let everybody know about it. What did he show you, not just tonight, but throughout the regular season?
I think he's realized his role, and I think that Rick Tocchet has a lot to do with that. I think that a player like Dakota, he needs to know exactly what he's supposed to do. And I think that the coaching staff has, look at the number of hits he's had. I don't know what he ended up with tonight. 8? Something like that. But he's a physical presence. Playing with Connor Garland, who likes to handle a puck and can dig the puck out for him, and playing with Lindholm, who is also a great skater and controls face-offs. And I think it's a good mix. It's a good chemistry for them, and it worked in this game.
Yeah, 6 hits. I think they sold him short, Cheech, in this one, but 6 hits officially for Dakota Joshua. We focused on Elias Lindholm in the first segment, and you talked about him here. What did he show you tonight? He's so smart and experienced. I think that's something that coming into the playoffs, and give Nashville credit, they picked up veteran players who have that playoff experience, and with McDonough and Luke Shen and Ryan O'Reilly, and it paid off in the second half of the season for them. That's how they made the playoffs. But you see Lindholm, and he's been under the gun here in Vancouver, but he really knows how to forecheck. He knows where to go, the pressure points, and when to shoot. That was a partial screen. He hit the defenseman's stick, but he's right down the middle. And I think that's a good play. You're right down the gut, let it go. Even if the goalie stops it, there's a chance for a rebound. And then the good hard forecheck. Look at the angle he takes. Inside angle. He knows the defenseman's going that way. And so you strip the defenseman of the puck, get it out front, and there's Dakota Joshua to put it away. I think, and just the angle of the forecheck, and there's Connor Garland with a nice little feed. You love a forward line that has that kind of chemistry with all 3 guys involved in the goal, and you don't expect Dakota Joshua to be the trigger guy all the time, but he knows where to go too. He's right in front of the net in perfect position.
John Miller tonight, almost 20 minutes, led all forwards, 60% in the face-off circle, 4 hits, 1 assist plus 2. His line was buzzing all night. What did you think of Miller tonight?
Well, and again, the experience and the emotion that the Canucks, you look at their shots on goal in the first period, and you think, okay, well, they need a lift. They need some emotion in their game, and I think JT supplies that. Kevin Bieksa was talking about it on the Hockey Night show, and he is the inspirational leader. I think Quinn Hughes is the leader on the ice and the leader in the play, but the emotional leader is JT Miller.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about Mr. Pettersson. We're getting a lot of texts tonight that you didn't do much, John. What are your thoughts on Pettersson's play tonight?
No, he didn't do much. You're right. Although, in his defense, could you fault him at any shift? Could you say, well, okay, he dogged it there, or he made a bad pass, or he made a bad play? He made all the safe things, but the thing you expect from Elias is you expect him to create things. And I didn't see a whole lot of creativity. And I think that's one of the things that
you hope that Elias gets rolling and gets more involved. When Lindholm plays like he played in this game, and JT is playing, as you said, the most of any of the forwards, then it cuts into your ice time. And if you're not killing penalties, and I know Elias killed some penalties tonight, but if you're not doing that on a regular basis, and he's not in the A group on the penalty kill list, your ice time gets cut back, and you don't feel as involved. And I think Elias needs to just get himself more involved.
John, no surprise, Quinn Hughes led all defensemen 22 minutes, but four defensemen in 19 minutes. The ice time distribution on defense was very even tonight. Carson Soucy was the man at the bottom, but he had 17 minutes. So they really all defensemen got a lot of ice tonight.
Well, and I think if Zadorov plays like he played in this game, and he's such a borderline guy for the referees, and there was a couple of cases where I thought, oh man, they're going to call a penalty on him, and they didn't. And he gets away with being a big hitter, physical. Tyler Myers the same way, and I think that's why Zadorov and Myers were very effective in this game. Tyler Myers punched the one guy in the head after a scrum, and there was no call. The Canucks were killing a penalty anyway, so the referee obviously didn't want to call too. But if Zadorov can play and not take foolish penalties, and I think that's the thing the coaches realized, the referees were going to let things go. There was so many hits in this game, and how many penalties? What was there? 5 power plays in a very physical game. So Zadorov can be very effective. Tyler Myers, again, he was very good. Cole killing penalties. They only allowed the 1 power play goal against, although they had some problems killing the second one or the third one where they didn't get the puck out of their own zone. But I could see why, and the Canucks only had the 1 power play. So, well, did they have 2? They might have had 2. But anyway, Quinn doesn't get as much ice time because he's not out there for the full 2 minutes on the power play.
Good point. Okay, Mr. Goaltender, and by the way, for folks just tuning in, 4-2, the Canucks over the Predators, Game 1. We're talking with John Garrett, post-game. Mr. Goaltender, Thatcher Demko, his 3rd game back from the knee injury. What did you see?
Right away. What was it, the 3-minute mark of the first period or the 2:30 mark of the first period? And can you imagine if that goes in? Yeah. What a start.
That was Bavilier.
I think that, and that was, I just think, an indication to the rest of the team that here's a guy that missed 14 games, only came back and played a couple and lost the one in Winnipeg. And you know, okay, right away he gets tested with a bang-bang play, great flexibility, obviously no injury problems, and made that save. And I thought, well, okay, that shows that he's back and he's going to be a dominant player in this playoffs.
You're joining us for the rest of the Canucks playoff run, John. We can't thank you enough.
Getting back to the Thatcher Demko thing.
Okay, yeah.
Like you look at the Leafs, their game against Boston.
Yeah.
What are the shots? 8-0 or something, and then the Boston has one shot that goes in.
Yeah.
And then it ends up being a 5-1 game, a laugher for Boston. Just because the goalie, and okay, it was a good, decent goal, 2-on-1, but a 4th-line guy scored it. Mm-hmm. And if he makes that save, that game could have been different. And I think that's what Thatcher did. Even though the Canucks went down 1-0, Thatcher showed, well, okay, this isn't going to be easy.
I was ready to say goodbye to you there. You haven't done this for a while. I think you missed this.
I know. I know.
Well, people miss you. I'll tell you that, John.
Miss you a lot.
We can't thank you enough for doing this.
Well, thank you. And you know, I could just battle on you. Get me on the podcast or something, and then you could have a 2-hour podcast instead of an hour podcast.
Hey, listen, we got 45 minutes to go. We might call you back here.
Might call you back. You never know.
Don't be surprised.
Thanks anyway.
Yeah, it looks like you got things under control. Dollywall does that in breaks.
What's in that glass?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Oh.
Ta-da.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Canucks.
That was playoffs.
Yeah.
That's playoffs.
Yeah. See the Nordiques in there, some masks.
Yep.
Well,
Yes,
next time we do a tour of your wall there, okay?
Yes. we won't have time. We won't have time.
Like I said, John, we might be calling you back if we're hurting, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later. Thanks.
All right.
Man.
Thanks, Cheech. I appreciate it.